welcome to Virtual Concert Hall's live programs. Thank you for joining us today. Our channel is dedicated to bringing live performances and events from international artists, orchestras, and stages to the audiences around the globe. My name is Krisztian Palagyi, and I will be your host today. Today we are presenting the fourth session of the Gala audition. Musicians are auditioning for an opportunity to perform at the Weill Recital Hall at Carnegie Hall, in Gala concerts in New York City, and in Color Orchestra season performing as featured soloists with orchestras worldwide. But now let's peek inside the Carnegie Hall and take a quick look at the Espressivo's galas. Auditionists from many countries are seeking guidance and support from the judges through live comments, which you will hear after each performance today. But first, let's have a quick look how Espressivo started.
No matter where you are or who you are, music connects us all. We started with a dream, but now we are paving the future. Welcome to the Espressivo Global Competition. Fully virtual, yet bringing musicians closer together than ever before, now on a global scale. True live, inclusivity, diversity, connection, community, an extraordinary array of judges. Get noticed by companies all over the world. Prizes, scholarships, performance opportunities. Apply to be a part of the most exciting congregation of artists like nothing you've ever seen before. We guarantee quality and leave no musician behind. We can't wait to hear you on the virtual stage.
The Carnegie Gala and the Color Orchestra worldwide auditions are organized by Artist Ventures, Espressivo, and Virtual Concert Halls in collaboration with Vocal Arts Management and Zigeunerweisen Music and Arts. Virtual Concert Hall is an internet TV broadcaster providing artists with a virtual stage and ability to reach audiences beyond the walls and conventional concert halls. Artist Venture organizes events, tours all over the world. Vocal Arts Management focused on casting singers for opera. Zigeunerweisen Music and Arts is a boutique publisher in Switzerland, Italy, and Espressivo combines a competition and live performance experience. The goal of these auditions is to encourage, nurture, and reward musicians who are proactive about sharing their art and developing their careers. Espressivo provides opportunities for musicians to discover their unique artist voice, take initiative, present themselves on their own terms, and carve out their own career paths. There are no restrictions to how many auditions people can take, and there are opportunities to every stage of development and every aspiration. And let's now invite the members of our jury to join us in the broadcast studio. First gonna be today Giacomo Franci, who is an Italian pianist, conductor, and artistic director of the New York Chamber Players, which he founded in 2004. Born in Tuscany and now based in New York City, he's internationally recognized as one of the leading interpreters of Aaron Copland's music. His acclaimed recordings include the complete piano works by Aaron Copland and complete piano works by Igor Stravinsky, both praised for their artistry and originality. Giacomo Franci made his Carnegie Hall debut in 1998 and has been compared by critics to Glenn Gould and Arturo Benedetti Michelangeli. Alongside his performing career, he teaches at the Tribeca Music Studio in New York. Next one going to be Raffaella Livio Ponti. Maestro Raffaella Livio Ponti is an internationally acclaimed Italian conductor and music director of the Paducah Symphony Orchestra in United States. Known for his dynamic presence, charismatic performance, and powerful musical interpretation. He has led orchestras across Europe and America, from Rome to Venice to Buffalo and Austin. Winner of the Mario Guseia International Conductors Competition and the Bernard Adelstein Prize, Maestro Ponti continues to inspire audiences worldwide through his artistry, his passion for opera and symphonic repertoire, and his dedication to mentoring the next generation of musicians. And our violinist today, Ani Umedjan. Ani Umedjan is a versatile Armenian violinist based in Saudi Arabia. Graduate of the Yerevan State Conservatory, she has performed across Europe, Australia, the Middle East, and Asia. Collaboration with renowned musicians such as Philip Graffin, Levon Chiligrian, and Andrea Bocelli. Ani co-founded the Armenian Heritage Ensemble and regularly performs with her longtime piano partner Ksenia Vokmianina, exploring rare works for violin and piano. Alongside her vibrant performing career, Anis is a dedicated teacher, a mosaic artist, and an active volunteer with Armenian Church of Singapore. Let's bring everybody on the stage. Welcome, everybody. Hello.
Hi.
How is going?
Hello.
Nice to see everybody again. Or yeah, Raphael, we just had yesterday your debut, and also, and with Giacomo we had already one session today, of course, and with Daniel. Yeah, are you ready for today for the next session? We're gonna have 4 people. Absolutely.
Let's go.
Okay, so I would say let's start because he's already in the studio. Our first pianist, who gonna be? Just a moment, is gonna be Kian Tabandeh, who gonna perform today Ernesto Nazareth, Ouro, Sobre, Azul. Kian, the stage is yours. Good luck. Thank you so much, Kian. Welcome in our virtual stage. And could you please tell us, that's your living room, or is somewhere from some music school, or you're playing where?
No, or like,
Oh, I didn't hear. Sorry.
can you hear me?
Now, yes. Ah, okay, when it's closer.
Um, no, this is my living room. This is not a music studio.
Oh, that's cool. That's very nice setup you have here. I like it a lot. Okay, thank you so much. So I would say we have two Italian gentlemen here, so we would have Annie first, ladies first, if she's here with us. Yeah, I think she's
Yes.
here. Yeah, okay.
Hi, Kian. Thank you for your efforts. I know it's very difficult and emotional for you, and it was a bit, you were a bit tense, I guess, right? But I could see how much effort you are putting in your music. You are trying to perform well and such. I can see this effort, and I really appreciate it. Can you tell me more about your piece? Do you know what you are playing?
I know it's a tango from Nazareth is Brazilian, I think, right? And yeah, yeah.
Is it your choice of to perform for these auditions, or is your yeah?
Could you
Sorry,
please?
I couldn't hear.
Yes, it's my choice.
It's your choice. Okay. And may I know how regularly you play classical music?
Very often.
Very often.
On the piano, I play classical music pretty much all the time, but with other instruments, not as much.
Okay. So what you play for the piano class? What's your repertoire now for the classical music?
For classical piano, I'm doing Solfeggiato by J.S. Bach and a Beethoven, one of Beethoven's pieces.
Okay. Yeah, I think you should play always some classical music and some etude for technical for your technique, which will improve your the fast pace of your fingers, and you will be more comfortable then. And once you perform, you will not be so and lose some qualities. Yeah. I would just encourage you to play more etudes for your fingers, finger works, and take care of the pedal as well. As much as you can, play more classical music. And this type of music, I would really encourage you to play always as a bonus track. Because then you will have much more fun about this type of music, you see. Well done for today. I see you put so much effort in your playing, and I wish you all the best for the future.
Thank you so much, Annie. Thank you. Let's go on with Raffaele, please, Maestro.
Yes, thank you very much. Kian, thank you very much. Bravo, for example. Okay. And I have to thank you, first of all, because as an orchestral and opera conductor, I don't get the chance to spend enough time with Ernesto Nazareth, repertoire-wise. So it's always wonderful to hear not a new composer, but a composer that I don't often experience musically. So that's great. He is one of the most celebrated composers and pianists, at least it was in Brazil at the time. So a very important Brazilian composer. Now, the title itself, Gold on Blue, yes? Translates roughly Gold on Blue. Mm-hmm. And I love, because what his music does is kind of marries European salon music in a way, salon forms like the waltz, the tango, or polkas, with this Brazilian rhythms in the tango, like you had mentioned. So, for example, two hands are really doing very different things. Would you agree with that?
He's not there.
He's not
Just a
there.
moment. I think just his internet is a little bit. It's maybe not the best.
Reloading.
Disconnected for a moment. Yeah.
I mean, if you want, I mean, like maybe without questions, if you want to continue with the judging and he will listen, or we just wait a little bit. How do you want?
Why don't you decide?
What I decide. That's true. I would say just give me just something, because maybe he's gonna come back in 5 seconds. Usually.
Perfect. I would say in the analyzing of the piece, play each hand, because gold and blue are very different. And the idea is maybe the salon right hand is very lyrical, and with those ornaments and the grace notes, kind of is a little bit of Chopinesque in it. Yet the left hand has to be very rhythmic and very dance-like to put both of these ideas together. And I would say in your approach and in your preparation, maybe the approach musically could be more diverse from hand to hand and stylistically, and let this piece really sing and really dance in its ABA form. I would just say congratulations. The more you learn a piece, like my esteemed colleague Ani had said, if you're feeling nervous or a bit, really knowing the composition, really getting to know and feel like you have a relationship with the composer will help you perform and understand the composition. Therefore, you become one with it, and performing is just another day of expressing a mood and a feeling and an idea. Congratulations and continued work. Bravo.
Thank you, Rafael. I mean, if he's not back in next 1 minute, he's gonna listen for our feedbacks, definitely. Like today, we had also like some pre-recorded videos. They was not with us, but they're gonna listen. And I also said that they can always after write an email for us, and I'm sure that also Rafael and our judges are ready. Give a little bit of time and then maybe answer to these questions. Okay. So Giacomo, please. Also, what do you think? What's your impressions?
I was just curious to know what is his age. I don't know if it is.
I don't have it here also, the information. So if he's back, I'm gonna ask him.
He looks
okay?
like 13 or 14. I mean.
Yeah, it's a young boy. Still.
Well, what do I think about this? First of all, it's refreshing to hear new music. Not very familiar with the composer. He reminds me Granados somewhat.
Okay.
First of all, my compliment to him is that he has had a few moments of uncertainty, and he kept on swinging like Itzhak Perlman say, when you have a moment of, he just kept on going. I appreciate that. He didn't freak out. Well, this is just in general about, yes, I think that he would need to, I agree with Raffaele, he would need to know more, be more strategic about the expression of the piece, and then everything will fall into place. I think he's too fixated with the keys. He just want to catch the keys, then one key is not getting there, he gets a little nervous, and then, but if he would start from the music, that everything would be much better. First of all, it would be more expressive, the phrasing would be more there, the more rhythmical part, a little more accent, a little more verve in the playing. It's not necessarily faster have to be. It's just the verve of the piece. But this comes with maturity. So he's very young. So all things considered, it was a very pleasurable performance. I also love the piece, by the way. Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe he's a multi-instrumentalist. We don't know. He just said like I play in piano, classical music. Maybe he plays other 5 instruments. So he's like. So we never know. But okay. So I mean he's not back. So maybe if later he's back, we can maybe just one more to bring him on the stage. But how I see Emily, the next one is already the next violinist. Already in the studio, so we move on to the next performer, and Emily Liu. She's gonna perform from Pablo Sarasate, Zigeunerweisen, and the accompany is gonna be played from June Buan. So good luck, Emily. Thank you so much, Emily. Thank you so much. And also for your accompanist. Let's start with Giacomo now, who is also playing since 2 years violin. We just figured it out today, right?
I wouldn't talk too much about it.
Sorry, I needed to mention it.
You just want to bother me then.
No.
It's okay. It's okay. No, but I conducted this piece several times. I know it pretty
It's famous.
familiar. Yeah, I think you have according to me, you have a very good technical level. Congratulations. It's not an easy piece. Those high notes to get in pitch, it's very difficult. Congratulations. About the musicality, yeah, I have some comments about that. So, well, of course, this kind of music is not like playing a Brandenburg concerto. It's not like Johann Sebastian Bach, you know. This is gypsy. It's a complete different soul. For example, one thing was coming out, the sad melody in the center of the, I'm not a great singer. That's not metronome at all. There is a great expression. Is like the destitute in the middle of the street crying. So the melody has to express the sufferance of that person, of the gypsy in the middle of the street. I didn't quite get that. Was too much in time. It has to be kind of off time. And then, of course, the conductor has to follow you, where you have had only one long note there at the end, which is, yeah, it's the character of. So it's more, the piece, I think, on a musical level, on an expression level, it would have to be a little more mature. But you are very young, so you are very talented. So, and you are definitely ready to solo with an orchestra. And there will be a great experience for you with the conductor to look at this phrasing together before first rehearsal. Brava.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Giacomo. Thank you. Let's go on with Raphael, please. About your impressions. How do you?
My impression, Emily, brava, for example, really wonderful. Obviously, like my colleague Giacomo says, your technique is beautiful. I'm looking forward to hear Ani talk about the violin and the instrument a bit for her expertise, because she's a fabulous artist, violinist. But I will also, so the technique is great. So that's all wonderful. Your playing is great. The technique is wonderful. Now, the piece of music, Giacomo is absolutely right. This style of music, and I hate to say it, but and I hope I don't say anything incorrectly, but when you study music, they use the terms Hungarian gypsy a lot. And I don't mean anything derogatory by that, but it was a style, it was a concept, it was almost a subculture, it was a culture, it was an idea. I'll give you a quick story. I was fortunate to conduct the Sofia Bulgarian Opera Orchestra, and I conduct them in Italy. During the summers, we do operas, and we tour and do beautiful things. And the operas they do are the grand operas, Tosca, Butterfly. We do it Carmen all summer long, and these people play beautifully, absolutely gorgeous playing, heartfelt, great passion. Some of the best music I heard happened between midnight and 3 a.m. outside my hotel window, where they would all congregate out by the buses and the truck. They would light a fire and they would begin to play music, but their music. And it was this type of gypsy folk music that they were playing. This style of music you have to study with the ears and training you're getting. Obviously, conservatory training. Okay, you're doing great. Okay, your teacher, compliment to your teacher. But to play this music, to feel and understand this music, you can't learn this in school. You almost have to understand more the people, what they were, who they were. And it's hard for us to do because we're too different. But we have to get into it. As a conductor, I know Giacomo, we have to understand the culture. We have to understand what Verdi was doing, where he was, what it was all about at the time, for example. You have to feel like a Hungarian gypsy to play this music and understand how they would play it. Not you playing it, but how they would play it. So, for example, can you play me now slowly a scale, an A Hungarian gypsy scale, A to A? Do you know what that means? No. A, B, C, D sharp, E, F, G sharp, A. So you have an augmented second. You see? And that's the tonality that you have to have in your ear. Okay, because a major scale is not going to help you in this piece. Right? D sharp, E, F, G sharp. Yeah. Anyways, the point is, I didn't mean to put you on the spot, but that's what that scale would sound like. Okay, you have to get that into your DNA, get that into your fingers and your heart and mind and soul, and you have to play with more peasantry, I think, which make it beautiful. Would you mind starting this again from the beginning and play it as if we were in Hungary right now or Bulgaria in one of those beautiful places with all that great food and great culture and people? Could you do this from the beginning with your pianist? But don't play like you went to school or took lessons. Play like it's from your heart. Okay? Let me hear something. Bravo. It's still too polite. It's better. So play that again. And throw your violin on the floor. Go ahead. Do it again. Do it again. More cattivo. More arrabbiato. Bravo! Don't throw it on the floor. Don't throw it. I was kidding. Now, that's the way you start. Now I want to listen to the rest of the piece with that kind of idea, that kind of mentality, that beautiful soul you have inside of you. Let it out and share it with the world. You're on the right track. Bravo, and thank you for the opportunity. Bravo.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, that was. I really also heard this difference. I'm Hungarian. I'm not gypsy, but I'm Hungarian also. I know,
You see. You heard it, huh? You heard it.
Yeah, it's really different. So, okay, let's see now on the perspective of a violin player. Annie, please.
Emily, well done. Good job. Very good efforts, actually. On a technique side, I see how much you are trying to play well, good, like smoothly, and trying to avoid unnecessary intonation things. The pitch and such must be really very perfect. I guess you heard where you are missing some notes and slips of intonation. Since this is such a well-known piece, I guess everybody in the world, they know this. Like each note, it's in the ears. You see, I would kindly ask you to, when you're on a G string, right? raise your elbow high.
Okay.
Okay. Now what you are doing, you're pressing your pinky much on the bow as if to gain a volume, but you are not gaining the volume. Instead, it is disturbing you in order to execute your bowings. So higher, and do not press that much the string. Okay. Gain the weight of your elbow, high elbow, rather than like this, but pressing the pinky. Pressing pinky at all, it doesn't give you anything. It drags you down. And why the spiccatos and such in the fast movement were not up to spiccato standard? You were much on the string, playing on the string, which is acceptable, still okay. But I think if you would not push your pinky, I see you are straightening the pinky. If you will be much rounded, then you will have more approach to the string, okay? Rather than you are pressing the pinky, which is drags you down, okay? So this is a technical point which you may accept with your teacher. You will talk about it, you know. I think since you are very passionate girl, you want to play it very passionately. And I can see the efforts. You're putting a lot of heart in it. I can see that. But sometimes you see when you're pressing the strings, it takes a lot of pressure. I hear the pressure and the sound is diminishing. And like the sound quality, you are not getting only by pressing. You are gaining just because of the elbow weight. Okay, do not consider all the time your wrist. Yeah, get your all members, get all of your, it's like upper, lower hand, and the wrist and the fingers. It's all, they have their own leads, they have their own roles, but they're also connected each other at some points. Yeah, this is I think you heard your intonation slips and such. You will polish it to fine tuning. I'm very sure you will do this. Please practice very slowly, okay? In order to gain the most high, good, and refined intonation, you need that. Also, I think you will polish your bowings if you will follow the leads I give you about the elbow and the pinky. Do not push it, okay? And I thought that like you can do all your bowings, the jumpy ones, the bouncy ones, all these ricochets when you throw it down and such. It could be even better, but if you will only relax your pinky, okay? Okay. This is something like very technical. I think you can listen back to the recording and just figure out how to, with your teacher, obviously, will figure out how to do it, how refine your skills, because it's always, obviously, it's there, but you have to refine it, okay? Now about the music part. About the music part is this piece, everybody plays so differently, and especially the slow movement is what people are looking for, right? So the fast movement is very fast. You're just catching up with your technique, yeah? But all your abilities as a violinist, I mean music abilities, you need to show in a slow movement, yeah? Because then you have to spark with your technique is a fast movement. But where is your musicality? Where the phrasings and such, you need to elaborate more your phrasings, and as well not to rush. Where are you rushing? I mean, of course, I understand that you are trying to not to drag much, because lots of violinists play this so slow until, like, you know, you don't want to hear them. But also, like, at least at the end of the phrasings, please try to digest, then carry on with the next. Okay? Because you're jumping to another one. I haven't even tried to brief myself with you, then you already jumped to the next, you see, which triggers you to be more tensed, you see, as if you're rushing somewhere. Where are you rushing? Nowhere. We are here to listen to you. You don't have to rush.
No.
Do you have a question, please?
Oh, no, sorry. No, I don't. Sorry.
Yeah. My main point is the slow movement. You have to take up very freely and show the passion wherever there is, and show the lyrics where is, show the understanding of the each phrase. Now, is it sad phrase or fast phrase or a passionate phrase or dreamy or is a prayer? Is a very sad, very terrific something. You have to understand all that phrasings. What you want to execute. Now I feel like you are playing just right straight forward to the music. You feel like if you put all your passion in all the phrases, it will be just good. No, because not each phrase needs your passion. At some point we need to feel some pain, you know. So as esteemed conductors here mentioned this, please read about who were gypsies. Do you know who are gypsies?
I believe they're like drifters or people who are all around the world, I guess. Something like that.
Yeah. So this is a very small tribe, we would say a tribe of people, because they do not have their own country. Actually, they are just moving from one country to another. There are lots of gypsies in Bulgaria, in Hungary, but they are always moving. So they are like very, we would say like very travelers now. But they did have a very, very harsh destiny. And this music, it's not about the passion. It's about the pain that they endured and they still survived, you see? So it has to be very heart-wrenching phrases somehow. Yeah? But it's not passionate. It's not. Yes, they are very passionate people. They have a very big heart, especially for fiddle players, fiddling. Yeah? I would recommend you to hear this very gypsy man. He's a Lakatos. Do you know? Did you hear about this violinist Lakatos? Yeah.
No.
Please search it afterwards in YouTube. You may hear lots of gypsy music, and it's he's your classic violinist, but he's a gypsy himself, with the gypsy roots, and he plays such a great music, fantastic playing. Just as Maestro Raphael said, you know, when after being a classical musician, he can turn to you in a very different mode and play such a beautiful tunes, very folkloric to their main origin. Yeah. So I would just recommend you to just type it in YouTube, like gypsy music, gypsy violinists, and just hear out. And you may hear different repertoire of them. Most of them are improvising. They have like folk tune, and then they're improvising. You see, so this is not like your standard piece. Yes, it is a very standard violinistic repertoire piece, but you have to understand what you are playing. Okay, so please research a lot about the gypsies to understand, first of all, who are these people, what kind of destiny they carry. Yeah, and listen to some gypsy violinists. Yeah, and go through the score again and understand each phrase. What is this supposed to be? Is this like I play each phrase differently? Is it fun? Is it joyful? Is it sad? Is it dreamy? Is it a prayer? Is it a pain? Is it heart-wrenching? Is it melancholy? So you have to tackle all the phrases with all these characters and to find out what is yours. Okay?
I will.
Please do not listen to other violinists playing this, because then you are gaining you are getting their own experience, their own voice. No, I want you to tackle it, polish it, all the phrases, and figure out your own. Okay?
Thank you.
Sorry, mine was a bit long.
No, it was definitely your moment. We don't have any violinist today. We have two pianists. So take your time, of course.
Sorry.
You're a specialist. He was a
Sorry.
specialist. Emily, do you have any questions for our judges?
No, I don't. Thank you for your time and effort.
Thank you for your playing.
Good.
Thank you for Okay,
Good.
thank you so much, Dan.
Carry on. Well done. Well done.
No, I have a question for Ani. Can you spell the last name of the violinist?
Lakatos.
Lakatos.
Can you spell it?
I'm gonna write it here.
Lako. Maybe you can later on communicate.
Here. You can see in the screen.
It's already Jennifer wrote it. Okay, got it.
Exactly.
Robbie Lakatos.
Yeah.
Robbie Lakatos. Okay.
Robbie Lakatos, and also one of the now they are like really in the top of the career is also the Januszka ensemble. For sure, you know them also. They're also.
Oh no, I think no. They play gypsy music, but they are Serbians, if I'm not wrong.
No, they are not Serbians. They are from
Serbians.
Slovakia. From Slovakia, they are also Hungarian.
Yeah,
gypsy.
Januszka ensemble. Yeah, Januszka ensemble.
Yeah.
They are
And they're also
family.
playing now
Actually,
everywhere.
they are family.
They are family, exactly.
And they play
family.
everything.
And
Emily,
high
please listen
virtual.
to this Januszka
Emily.
ensemble, okay?
Exactly.
Okay, I will. Thank you.
Thank
Okay.
you.
So thank you, anyone, everybody. Before we move on to the next, we have two more performer for today. I would like to share my screen and have a quick look about our San Espressivo website that you can also visit anytime at sanespressivocompetition.com/Carnegie Hall Auditions. Here you will find everything you need to know about the Carnegie Hall projects, the audition process, how to apply, and what's included when you are performing Carnegie Hall's VCHS Recital Hall. There are PDFs where you can click and download, and also booklets with all the details about the stage time, packages, rehearsals with orchestra, dates, and all the benefits you receive as a performer. You can also learn about the previous and upcoming concerts and explore the many opportunities we offer to soloists, ensembles, and composers. And if you scroll a bit further, you also see newest album releases like Jennifer Savage from Kiev, Ukraine, the Lanier Quartet Modern Classic 2, or Manhattan Moods with David Rowe. There's a lot. There are many wonderful recordings and artists featured here. It's a great way to discover what San Espressivo family is creating around the world. So feel free to visit the website after the audition, explore and get inspired. Everything about concerts, our musicians, and our Carnegie Hall performances right there. Clear, simple, and exciting to discover. Okay, so let's go back to the studio and we move on now with a pianist, Joanna Chow, and she's gonna play today from big maestro Johann Sebastian Bach, Prelude and Fugue in the D minor. The stage is yours, Joanna. Thank you, Joanna. Thank you so much for your performance for us today. Let's go. Who would like to start? Somebody? Volunteers? Hands up? No? Okay, Giacomo, please.
I didn't raise my hand.
I see you.
As a pianist, you start first.
As a pianist, exactly.
No, actually, I was enjoying hearing your comments before, so then I could. Okay. Yeah, I enjoyed your performance. The Prelude is not easy to play. You played it very well. I don't know if I have a question for you. You, in the second page, you push a little bit the tempo. You wanted to do that, or is an accident?
Sorry?
In the second page of the Prelude, you push a little bit the tempi. You were speeding up a little. Did you want to do that?
For the Prelude, for the second page of the Prelude.
Right.
No.
Okay. I admire. I mean, I appreciate your sincerity. I thought it was a choice that which actually it could be a good choice. Okay. Yeah. I liked your playing. I myself in the fugue, I always like to hear the thema in evidence every time it enters, and was not always there in your playing. But generally speaking, I appreciated your. I mean, it's 4 pages of music after all. Yeah. So, yeah, brava, very very good. You're also very very young, very talented. Brava, congratulations.
Thank you, Giacomo. Thank you so much. Let's go on with now with Annie, please. About your impressions.
Hi, Joanna. Thank you for beautiful performance. Honestly, I enjoyed it very much, and it was like flawless in terms of the voicing, and in terms of like you hear very well the balance between the voicing, the sounds, how the bass works, how the upper hand works, like the middle voices as well. You were phrasing it very nicely. The only comment is like, I think maybe you're a bit shy. You need to be more courageous in expressing yourself. Don't afraid, okay? Otherwise, I really enjoyed your performance. Honestly, I have no comments because it was all very nice. Good job. Good efforts. Good
Thank you,
job.
Annie. Thank you, Annie. That's great. I think if somebody will just stay without saying so much and just enjoy it, I think is the best comments what we can have. Raphael, please, maestro.
Yes, first of all, Joanna, brava, thank you for playing. Thank you for playing Bach. And I agree with both of my colleagues in every aspect. I think you're very talented. It showed in your playing. I would just like, we could talk about Bach all day long, and everybody in the world would have a different idea of how to interpret Bach. So I don't want to talk about the interpretation at all because it's not just one way to do it. There may be better choices than others. I would like to talk just quickly about tempi, your tempos, and the room you're playing in. And this is important to me, and I'm sure to Giacomo also as a conductor. Annie has the luxury of traveling the world as she does with a great violin, with her instrument. She brings it with her. Giacomo's subject to whatever instrument is in the hall. And that's a bit of a disadvantage because there's some weeks you just have a beautiful instrument that has the right personality for you, but also for that piece, also for that moment. Some pianos are better for Bach, some are better for Rachmaninoff. It just depends on the feel, the temperament, the setup, the whole thing. Tempo in the very beginning. What was your tempo mark? Do you know what the number is? Quarter note equals what in your score? I'd be curious to know what it was.
I didn't have a tempo.
Okay, good. Teachable moment. First of all, you should have a tempo marking in your mind that you've studied and you've kind of put it close to, at least to. I believe metronome practice is important at some point. I think using the metronome correctly. I don't think playing metronomically is the key to be a good musician. But you have to know exactly what you're going to be playing in. I personally think, this is just my thought, the tempo in the beginning, if it was to be, say, allegro, if you're going to play allegro, I didn't hear every note because the room you're playing in is too live. So could we experiment just for a second? Could you play just a little bit slower that beginning, but make it more exciting and a slower tempo so that we can digest, our ear can digest every pitch beautifully in that very live room? Would you just start it again for us? And play it a little under tempo so the instrument speaks beautifully. Okay, bravo. And like Giacomo also said, you already sped up. You already sped up the tempo, which if it's a musical choice, that's wonderful. But I think Bach, for example, once you establish that first motive, that idea, your heart rate can get excited a bit. And we'll call that affrettando, just a little leaning forward, and it also can relax in the slower movement just a bit too. So your heart rate could do this, right? We conduct like this, musicians play like this without changing the ultimate tempo. And that's music making. When you start doing this, then it's all over the place. And if you're playing with an orchestra, like in a concerto setting, for example, as a conductor, we have a very difficult time trying to follow you to make it sound great. It's easier when we know that this is never going to unhinge, but you can lean forward in excitement, but never change the tempo. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And the same thing happened in that middle section. I think, Giacomo, you mentioned that in that middle section, it dramatically got faster. So either find the right tempo, so you can do it all in, because the tempo you started in obviously didn't give you what you were trying to achieve with it, or you haven't practiced enough metronomically with it to make sure it works. That's the only opinion I would have. Make sure that when you're playing, play for the room. Each room's going to be different. Every concert hall is going to be different. Every instrument you play is going to be different. And you may only have one phrase or one measure to get the read and figure out it's a live hall or play more staccato. If it's a dry hall, you might have to play a little bit more legato to get the same musical effect that Bach wanted to achieve. Yeah. That's all I have to say. You're obviously very tough. Giacomo, go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm on both sides of the fence. So I'm both conductor, also pianist. Every time I solo with orchestra, I realize probably a little more metronome, because the problem is I go with this musical idea and we have only 2 rehearsals, and the orchestra it's a little bit frustrating because conductors sometimes like too much the metronome. So it's a long discussion about this, and I mean, it would be a long discussion that sometimes affect also the public, because if you are going too much this and that, that's very funny, because when I conduct, then I like the metronome more.
Of course. You know, the thing is, and Ani, you could talk about this as much too. As a musician, we have a bag of tools that we study and learn. We spend a lifetime trying to figure out, what can I do to be expressive? What does this piece need? What does my technique, what does my voice need? What does my piano need? What does my violin need to be the ultimate musician that I can be, right? And I find that younger players or people with less experience working with orchestras, the first thing they do to be expressive is rubato. And I think there are so many other things that we could be doing before we use rubato, unless the piece calls for rubato or the moment calls for rubato. Because in many cases, like what Giacomo's saying, as from the conductor's standpoint, we want you to sound great. We're trying to make you sound good, but to get to 70 or 100 orchestra musicians to be connected in one brain to follow your every move like this is virtually impossible. So being more straight will be more successful. So what should we do? Could we do things with vibrato? Could we do things with bow? Yes, bow speed, bow pressure, bow part of the string, all these different colors, all these different ideas, all these different dynamics, accents, moods. There's so much more we can be doing in addition to a slight rubato. And you also have to learn how to use rubato without altering tempo.
Well,
this is also a very important thing that it takes a lifetime. I'm just starting to figure this all out. You know what I mean? I hope I live long enough to be good is what I hope. But the idea is if we can place somewhat steady without sounding like a robot or metronomic and boring, I think is what Giacomo was trying to say, but make it musical, ebb and flow within itself and sound more organic and natural, and use everything else you have, colors. Also, the layering of Bach is very important, layering of any piece. Not every one of those notes is equally important. Bring out the ones that are important and bring out bring the other ones down so that we have all these different colors happening. There's, you know, we often give Bach to beginning musicians for some reason. It's a wonderful tool to teach, but it takes a lifetime to play it well. So you're on the right track. Take all the advice you just heard from both of my colleagues and continue to work. You're going to be fabulous, and you're doing it all right. Just do it all more right.
If I can, if I'm allowed, Joanna, I would just recommend you, right? When you are starting the piece, sing 2 bars, sing in your brain, then only start. Do not go with the flow. Do not go with the flow in terms of like, you have to fix your tempo in your brain. This is your tempo. That's it. You have to be there. Okay? Yeah?
Okay.
And you have to control it. Yeah? And of course, it's always for the tempos or for the rhythm. It's very good always to practice on the metronome. But you have to practice in a few gradations for yourself to have those. So that like if you're just a little bit like this angle changing, just a hair bit is still okay. Yeah? But to change a lot is not okay. It's not allowed. Yeah.
Okay.
So I would just ask you to practice on the metronome, but before start, even the second, the fugue when you are starting, sing, then start. Yeah. Do not go with just like whatever comes along. No. Okay. You need to be prepared for your rhythm before the start.
Yeah, I have a question for Joanna. Yeah, I'm Raffaele choose the right word, the layers. My question to you is, your teacher have been teaching you about the tema, so the first motif, tema, that is get repeated in the, if I remember well, the fugue is 3 voices. To put the tema in evidence, or you just heard this from us today?
For the fugue,
Yes.
I practice the themes.
Yeah, if you put the theme in evidence, so put a layer, you know, pianoforte. I like more the name in Italian of the instrument because it's piano and forte. So in English it's just piano, okay? So pianoforte means that when you play the tema, you play it stronger than the other lines in order to put the tema in evidence. Your teacher told you that, or is the first time you hear? Okay, yeah. So you just have to practice more about keeping the thema in evidence. Meanwhile, the other lines softer, so the thema can be depending on what voice is in the bass, tenor, or soprano. So where the thema comes and then is in evidence. Bach, every fugue that was composing was writing a phrase from the Bible. The thema was extremely important. He was a fervent believer in God, and he was always putting a phrase from the Bible that you could sing it, like Annie was saying. So the thema is very important. Also, the other lines are important, but they get, in a way, they get in evidence by being softer, and then the thema comes again. And yeah, you just need to practice a little more that, but you are very talented, and there shouldn't be any problem.
Yeah.
So, bravo. But excuse me, Krisztian, I'm sorry. I just want to build on that. Giacomo, bravo is exactly correct. Bravo. Joanna, I would say don't listen just to piano playing Bach. Listen to all Bach. Because we need to understand the composition, the compose. Listen to his cantatas. Listen to how they sing the voice. Because vocally is what you need to do through the keyboard. You need that keyboard to sing. You need to do things this way. Listen to all Bach, not just pianoforte. Okay? Because we learn the composer by listening to all kinds of things.
That's true. That's true. Thank you, Raphael. I just also, if I can say something also, not like a judge or anything, just like I remember also, I have so much respect for Joanna and for your teacher that you choose a Bach Prelude and Fugue for audition, where it's like you can play anything here. Like you can, I understand maybe it was now time, it's your repertoire of the time of the year when you started the session or the season with this piece. But I remember always in the competition, if you have like 3 rounds, in the first round, in accordion competition, they was putting always Bach. And I was like, I hate it. I was like, why you guys be doing this? Of course, but that was the selection. You can hear Bach to play. If you can play Bach, then the judges, they was like, okay, then we are good for the second round, and let's see what do you have. And I was always like, why we cannot show something else in the first round and after second? Because it's really, but you choose, so it's really respect that you did it here when you could actually play something different. But you have definitely your reason, I'm sure. So, Joanna, do you have any questions to our judges or to say something?
I just want to thank you for your guys' comments.
Yeah, thank you for your
You're welcome, Joanna. You're very talented.
Yeah, and to be with us here. Okay, so move on. It was wonderful. I really appreciate the judges for these comments. Everybody can learn something, I think, from these comments. And we move on to our last performer from today's 4th session of the Gala audition, and it's going to be a pianist also, Kimia Tabandeh, from the same room. We know the room already, and it's going to be the Felix Mendelssohn Venetian boat song. Kimia, the stage is yours. Good luck. present you Kimia. I guess you are the sister of Kian, right? Yeah, no. So thank you for this piece, for performing, and let's start with Raphael this time.
All right, this Mendelssohn, beautiful, by the way. Okay, brava, beautiful piece, singing, lovely, very talented. It's a pleasure. Now, Mendelssohn. I wish I had his frequent flyer miles, because Mendelssohn must have traveled all of Europe beautifully. He went to Italy because he wrote the Italian Symphony. He went to Scotland, Fingal's Cave, the Scottish Symphony. And here we are now in Venezia with the Venetian boat song. Have you ever taken, I know you've taken piano lessons, yes? Obviously. You're obviously educated, well-schooled, a scholar, musical. Have you ever taken a gondola ride in Venice?
No.
Put that on your list. Write that down right now, because we're going to call that research. We're going to call that musical education. We're going to call that life, because you cannot play this music without being in Italy and taking a gondola ride and hearing one of those cantonellas being sung to you. It's worth €100. Trust me right now, just for the experience. It's a rhythm, it's a feel, it's a touch. What he's really doing is trying to give us that feel of what that calm, in this particular one, because there's 3 of these, right?
Yeah.
In his collection. He's trying to give us that, what do you describe it in words? This one's not a big current, the big waves, like the Fingal's Cave, where it's difficult and dangerous water sometimes, right? This is a what? It's a very calm, serene water. You could see your face in the water, right? You could see the romantic reflection of your partner with you in the gondola that is breaking, and that beautiful song in the beginning. And you're the ripple in the water with that left hand. Oh, it's beautiful. Can you just start it with that idea? Try it again. Now you're a gondolier now, okay? Give us the mood so that we feel, without leaving our studios, that we are in Italy right now, about to have a beautiful cafe. Brava, brava, brava. To me, it seemed different and beautiful. Do you guys, my judges, colleagues, do you hear anything different there?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is. Yeah. Anyway, when it's my turn, I will. But I don't know. Did you? Are you done with the comment?
I finished.
Yeah.
Continue to work in that direction. Just try to give us a picture, give us an idea. What did he's trying to give us? He didn't have an iPhone with him. He didn't have a photograph with him. He didn't have an easel to give us the idea. Through music, Mendelssohn's trying to give us an experience. And our job as musicians, your job in this case, is to give the listener the opportunity, without leaving the seats of Carnegie Hall seats, the experience of being in Venice and experiencing this gondola and that mood that Mendelssohn's trying to have us have. So put yourself in that position, experience it. Life will help you make music to that level. And those are just notes and rhythms. Those are just the technique. The music is what you just started to show us. You could go a lot further. I think you're wonderful. Thank you for sharing. I'll pass it to Giacomo. Bravo.
Yeah, thank you, Raphael. Giacomo?
Kimia, I was just curious also before your brother was playing. I'm curious where you guys are. In what town? Where are you?
Where are you playing from?
LA.
Ah, you are in LA. Okay. Look like some. You have a curtain there. Look like Middle Eastern somewhere. It's okay. um, um, yeah, I will be. I'm also romantic like Raffaele, but I will be a little more technical in sense of um, um, your left hand. Panto, pa, 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 tamp. Okay. Now, this piece looks simple. It's very difficult to play it well. I tell you why. The left hand is full of notes. And then you have this melody on the right hand. Meanwhile, you probably play like 12 notes or more. I didn't count them. And so the left hand, if it is not lighter, in the right hand, you are compelled to have only one color. And then the romanticism probably goes away. The very best of the note, a little stronger, pam, and then do, pa, po, pa. The rest of the notes lighter. When you lighten up the left hand, then you have the freedom of expressing the piece, going more from a mezzo piano through mezzo forte to forte, and you have these colors that you can do. It's not easy. You have to practice the left hand alone, lightening up. The very best, yes, boom. But just one note. They give the fundament of the harmony, and then you have the freedom, and you would change completely. You are playing in better. Yeah. It's not. I mean, the notes. It's not a virtuoso piece. It's all based on expression and phrasing. If your left hand is too heavy, the right hand is choked, so it has to so struggling to get out. With the left hand lighter, especially the do pa po pa po, and then you can phrase that part when the right hand is not playing. You can bring it up when the right hand is coming. It's like an orchestra accompanying a singer. The part of the orchestra comes up when the singer is not singing. When he's singing, especially give the freedom of the singer and keep the orchestra. The left hand is the orchestra, is the accompaniment. Do you understand? Yeah. I can also tell you the trick there, since I play piano. The trick of having the uniformity of keys in the left hand is by depressing each key very fast. It doesn't mean the fast in between keys. You can play very slowly, but it's a finger thing, right? So if every key is depressed fast, then it becomes uniform and light. No weight, just finger.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Giacomo. Thank you for this technical advice also. Ani, what do you think? Yes.
Ani, being a violinist, wants to tackle this piece a little bit. So, Kimia, can you please play for me only the bass? The left hand.
Now it's lighter.
Correct. Now play for me the left, right hand, the theme. Okay, so your first two notes da da dee 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 da dee da, right? You have to connect them so well so that I will hear the whole theme. Yeah, but I only heard la, da, 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 da. The first F was so quiet I couldn't hear it. Yeah. So my question is now, do you think what your left hand does, the character of left hand and the character of right hand, are they doing the same? I mean, are they on the same page, or they are doing different characters, or they have different characters?
Did you say, are they playing different?
Say again, sorry, a little bit louder.
Oh, did you say they're playing differently, or?
I want you. I want to understand whether you, the left hand, you imagine in one character, and the right hand you imagine in different character, or they are, for you, it's connected. It's about one thing.
I think of them like connected.
You feel that? Okay. How about if like you think differently? So that your left hand is about something else and the right hand is about different things. Like imagine, for example, your left hand is a waves, you know? Yeah? And the right hand, what you are thinking of. Is it a melody? Is it a dreamy melody? Or is it a very sad melody? What are you thinking of?
Like, I guess more dreamy.
Dreamy. Uh-huh. Okay. And then how about your left hand? What are you thinking of the left hand?
A bit.
What character you want to give?
A bit like sadder and lower, I guess.
Sadder. Yeah. So sad bass and on top of dreamy melody, is it? Uh-huh. Okay. So as Maestro Giacomo gave you a tip, can you please, when you are starting, push the first note more on the bass, yeah? And lighten up towards to the up, yeah? So that we will hear, at that point, we will hear your theme, your notes, and connect well the upper melody. Because otherwise, it's all disconnected, yeah? I just hear some notes, but I think you can bring them up together. All this voicing. Can you do it again, please?
More. Play more.
Go on, go on. The team. Okay.
That's much better already.
Much better, but just take an advice from us and just think differently to improve your playing. You need sometimes different perspective, yeah? So maybe you were thinking, oh, this is a very easy melody, is easy piece, but it's not easy to make it very beautiful, yeah? So try to engage both hands in doing different things, but same time breathing the same way. Okay? Make the voicing very clear, whether it's bass or upper hand. And I would just encourage you to listen to the whole opus for the both songs by Mendelssohn, and to get into this floating music. It's very romantic. It's very melancholic. It's very sentimental. It's very dreamy. It's very like, you have to understand what type of music you are looking. And that's why, like, listen to the whole cycle of the both songs. I think there are two opposites, right? Three or two opposites, so that you will understand more what you are looking for. Okay?
Kimia, do you have any question to our judges? And Giacomo? Yes?
Yeah. So now the sound balance was there from the beginning. So Ani also helped you. I forgot before, it's not all about lightening up that part of the left hand. Is also creating more character in the right hand. And I don't have the score here. Do you have the score? What's written in the beginning? Piano? What kind of dynamic is written in the score?
I'll check.
What's written? Mezzo forte, piano?
Piano.
Piano. That's the problem. Okay. When you guys, this was also when I was very young, starting. So piano, then you play piano. No, there is one thing. So the melody has to be forward. It has to have character. So when you start, and that's one of the problems, you start, and then you come to us and you play, and you know what do we think in the beginning? We think that you are timid. We don't think that you play piano. You understand? It's because you have to give more character to the melody. And then we can enter in the piece. And now you can bring us in Venice, in the gondola with you, like Raffaele was saying. Do you have any questions?
Giacomo, can I build on this? First of all, Ani, bravo. You know, I'm so happy to be with such great colleagues, because it's nice to be around intelligent and passionate artists. It's really great. So everything you're saying, I'm learning too. So wonderful. Kimia, this may be an old school thing, but Michelangelo, the great pianist, to me, would do this beautifully. In this piece, it might be left hand and right hand have nothing to do with each other. This is the motor. This is the color. This is the boat. This is the constant movement that the gondolier is just doing naturally without even thinking about. But what he is thinking about is the canzona, the melody, the beauty of the song, which is the right hand. And I think you both are talking about this with different words. You're talking more technically, you're talking more musical on the top, but they just have to line up when the chord changes at the touch. Is that correct? So the right hand can have some liberty, some expression, when this should be very technically straight, give space and breath, but should not move with the right hand. Almost two individual ideas. That's an old school thinking, I think. And like I said, Michelangelo, who I love playing as a player, used to do this kind of concept very easily. This was firm, but this had the expressive motion. And right now it sounds to me a little bit too much like this playing.
Yeah.
Is there any truth to that, or what is your theory on that?
Yeah, I think I was playing like that, like not with one steady hand and one expressive. I think
Because even the first note, like Giacomo said, it didn't speak. It's piano, but piano doesn't just, it's an ugly word, soft. Because it's a soloistic soft. You can play a huge piano, and you can play a small forte. It's all relative terms. That first note has to boom.
Yeah.
And have length to it somehow. I didn't feel like till the second measure downbeat, it really spoke. Could you do what Ani was trying to get you to do? Play that left hand. I don't want to say metronomical, but not stiff. Give it room, but without hesitation to the one each time you get to the downbeat, so that each downbeat is a new arrival of something new. Try that, just the left hand. And pretend it's all that's the world is about is just that left hand right now, the most beautiful thing you've ever played. Yeah, good, Kimia. Good, but you changed the chord without changing anything. You just went to different notes. Change everything, the color, the mood, the sound. Do it, it's got to lead to it. You can't play two measures the same. I can't say, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Nobody's going to believe you. You have to say something. In opera, you have to say the same thing differently. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense. The same thing with music. You can't play two notes the same. It has to have a direction, either going this way or that way. You decide, but it has to move somewhere. Play, and from the first note, it has to move somewhere. Start that again.
And sorry, Kimia, try the first note bass more deeper, and then lighten up on top, as Maestro Giacomo said. Yeah.
Yeah, good, yeah. But I still feel there's hesitation. There's a little bit of, I feel like technique gets in the way a little bit rather than the sound. Can you try it again? Just make it more smooth. Do we have time, Krisztian, for this?
Yes, of course.
Okay, guys, try one more time. Again, it's the most beautiful thing. Forget the melody. This is all we're going to hear. Make it beautiful. Good. Now play the right hand. It's a beautiful song. Sing it to something you love.
Together or just the...
No, just your right hand. Just the right hand. This is the beautiful song. Sing it. Good. Yeah. Good. It's beautiful. It's nice. It's timid. It's mild. I would like you to go more. Of course, once you go too far, then we can always pull it back a little bit. But I feel like you haven't thought just of the melody or just of the left hand separately so that you feel the relationship between the two. Can you be more expressive with that right hand real quick? Pretend you're make it sound like you're in a melancholy mood or beautiful mood or somber mood, whatever the mood you want the piece to be, but make it like you're just improvising at the piano to make us feel that emotion. What is your day like? Beautiful. Good. Better. Now put them together. Good. No, it's good. Good. But it seems to be working in the right direction. I don't know. For me, I felt like I'm engaged in the beginning now. It's an idea, at least. Whether it's a good idea, I'm not sure, but at least something to think about in the approach.
It's better.
Mm-hmm.
We feel that she's more engaged with the music now.
Mm.
And then every time we talk about rubato, that's the dangerous zone. But a tiny bit rubato there. La, si, do, a little later, a little bit later, sometimes, not always. Instead of ta ti ton ton ton, la si do do do, ta 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 ta. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank you, Giacomo.
The music is one of these things. I think, like with a feather, we blow it up, but we have to allow it to come down. And I think if we constantly, it creates this wrong emotion, wrong anxiety. And the pianoforte, we never let the instrument, the notes come down a bit, especially this piece. Giacomo, do you agree with this? Because of the decay. Allow the instrument to come here so that we can do this again. Because all you can do is this. You know, the violin can do anything. It can go anywhere it wants with the bow and the pressure and the speed and the left hand, the vibrato, and so many other things. But the pianoforte here, and then we can play with this to make this sound grander. Yeah, if you just start it one more time and allow the instrument to speak and breathe a bit more, allow the note to decay to give the space that Giacomo just sang to you. See if that works with you without breaking the line this way.
Yes, much better.
Yes.
Now I feel better.
Yeah, I still, I wish, I have enough students, so I wish I could give you one lesson, but not to tell you what you have to do, to let you try what I think and see if you like it. But you have to like it, not because a maestro is coming to you and say, it's like this. You have to feel it and say, okay, this is better, I feel it's better. You have to feel it. You play the piano. So if you play the piano, you have to feel it. If you don't feel it, you cannot communicate it. It's not because it's coming from such maestro, no. It has to be yours. But I think it could go in that rubato I was talking about, which is, we cannot, I would have to sit at the piano. So, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you, Giacomo. Kimi, I think you have so much now that even with your teacher, maybe next day you have to rewatch everything because for some details and also try out if you want, definitely. Yeah. So thank you, Kimia, for your performance, to be with us, to sharing your piece. And anything to say? Last words?
Thank you for your comments. They really help.
Definitely.
You're wonderful. Keep up the good work.
Exactly. Keep up.
Bravo.
Yeah. Okay. So that it's definitely she was the last one for today, for this fourth session of the Gala audition. Thank you for everybody, for all the judges, for the two new ones, for Annie and Rafael, and of course for Giacomo, for our resident already, who is going to be with us tomorrow. Exactly. For them. Very, very good. So we have a very good lineup. I really like that. This is very a good combination, I think, from a violin, conductor, piano. We had yesterday a clarinetist also. So it's a really nice lineup. And also, if now I would like to thanks for all organizers, supporters, to all the scholarship who is helping to Sound Espressivo and for Virtual Concert Hall's live music channel, that we can do our best work. And also I want to thank to our tech team, to Jennifer Savage and Ante, and Frane Rushinovic, everybody from the other side of the technical side, who is helping us to have this quality of to set up all the microphones, the videos, and the only thing what we cannot help so much is actually just the internet connection. We can help some little things to do there and some advice, but that's the only thing what is can a little bit be tricky. But we are trying out. And also you can see, and we have also in the display also we have some comments. I'm getting a free education from Penti today. Everybody getting for Rafael, definitely. Everybody learning from our Italian maestros, from Rafael and from Giacomo also. And thank you so much for that. And also, so how you see also commenting from you can comment from all of our platforms, social media, from Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram. We have even TikTok. We have started again, Twitch also, and Vimeo. We have a huge, and LinkedIn, we have a huge community. So tomorrow we're gonna have more violin concertos. We're gonna have also a flute trio ensemble, and also 3-4 pianists. So I'm looking forward. See you tomorrow, and good night, everybody.